Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Hey planner friends, look what I found. I know, for $9.99 I could not say no. I probably could, but I didn't. And here we are, another planner to add through out 2025. So this is actually an academic calendar. It starts in it started in July of 2024. So we have 6 months that have already passed in this planner. But if you've been following my channel and other people's channel, you know that you can always planner hack things, and it doesn't have to start right away. It can, you can start a planner early, or you can start it in the middle of the year, and it doesn't really matter. So the 6 months that have already passed will just be note pages for me. And since this has I don't know, I want to say maybe 12 pages of aligned in the back, I could absolutely use more note pages. So let's get to it. So this is what we're calling a weekly notebook diary planner. And on the back here, it just says that this started in July of 2024 through December of 2025. So I still have the whole year of 2025, you guys. I'm so excited. The week on the left, a rule page on the right, yearly overview, monthly planning, space for your journeys, stickers to highlight and personalize. All right, so the front we have, I always call it a dedication page, but I guess it's just a little blurb that you can put there. And if this is lost, I don't put money there. I do put my email address. They probably won't return it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is just don't lose it. 2024 through 25, we have a personal data page here. Now I had this planner in the past. It wasn't exactly this one. I think it was in 2022 and it was black. And it was only for the year, so it didn't have these extra months. So this one started in July of 2024, and the monthlies, because the focus in here is weeklies, are very compacted and only on one page. I'm not a fan of that. A lot of people are not, but if you want more space, then you would probably have to get the monthly. I'm not sure that I've ever had a monthly in Moleskine. I did have a monthly that was Leuchtturm, that was soft cover, and it was B6 plus for this year of 2024. So all these months we are going to be skipping. Then we have 2025, which is the new year coming up. And then a yearly overview of the year to come, which will be 2026 once this year starts. And then there is January of 2025. And I think 2025 is only on the first month of the year. Oh, just kidding. So it's always on the left, not on the right. That makes sense. Why would we need it twice on a spread? Okay, so then it goes to December of 2025. Then we have an ideas and goals page. That beautiful lines here. These are a little tighter than I'm used to. Is that true in the back? No, see, these are definitely wider. I would call these 5mm. This looks like 4. Very teeny tiny. And then travel planning here, which I tend to like my hobbit hole and I don't leave. I think it's funny that I say hobbit hole because I'm too tall for a hobbit hole, but you know what I mean. So I would probably turn this into something else. And then you have these extra pages at the front, which you can use for tons of different things. Originally, I had covered these because I had already started the video and then we had the crash. But I was just showing you that you can put sticky notes here on a spread and make this kind of like an inbox so that you can just put information when you're on the go that you want to probably replace or put somewhere else later. Then we have what we're calling a timetable here, and this is great to put your ideal week. And they give you 2 of those. So one could be like your work week, or if you're not working. Some people, like teachers, don't work in the summer, so they might have a different schedule or a different job that they do. And then this down here, the legend is telling you that they have the phases of the moon. So this started July of 2024, which would have been week 27 of the current year. 2 more weeks until the new year, guys. I'm so excited. And you will see here that we are about halfway through this planner. Before the new year starts. So here it is, week 1 of 2025. And that's kind of confusing. I wish they kind of had 2025 here. I might mark it just so that I remember. But yeah, it's almost half. You can see there of all these pages that have already, or dates rather, I should say, that have already passed. But this is a lot of note pages, which I think is fabulous. You can go ahead and number them at the top or at the bottom. You can number them by the week that's already there if you don't want to hand write out the numbers, and then just refer to these pages for notes. So for instance, if I'm here on January 15th, week 3 of the year, and I want more space and I run out of space on this side of the memo page, I can just put down, you know, week 31. And then I know that my notes are over here. So this is awesome. I'm so excited. Also, I will try to remember to link my videos for my setup for my Moleskine in, was it 2022 or 23? I don't know. Anyway, I will try to remember to link those videos or that playlist down below, just because I show you that even though for some people, like me, I sometimes do not care for having a row where the weekend is just shoved together. You can white this out and go ahead and move Sunday up here and give it its own column if you need to. Some people, you know, they work all week and then on the weekends where they do their hobby or their passion and they need these days to be separate. So that's an easy fix. Don't say no to this planner just because you're like, oh, this doesn't have 2 separate rows. You can absolutely tweak it to make it work for you. You can also, like, if you don't mind starting with a Sunday, move Sunday up here and have this be the column if you want more space over on this side. You can also move Sunday up here, and then especially people who do like Sunday starts, you can do that so they can have its own row. That way this full right side is just for your notes. This does come with 1 ribbon there, and you can probably see, maybe, I don't know if it's coming up on camera, that it's definitely navy because it usually matches whatever color the cover is. I'm going to put this on January 1st when I'm going to start this, and then we go all the way to December of 2025. So the way the end of the year lands is between December and January for the week. So you have half of December and then half of January here. So you end up getting January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th landing in this last week. And then you get about, I think, 6 pages back here, which times 2 is 12. Every Moleskine notebook is a book yet to be written and a story waiting to be told. Very cool. And you have a gusseted pocket in the back. Comes standard with some stickers. I'm not a fan of these. I try to use them over time, but I still have a bunch. And the colors are just not my favorite, you guys. I love black, but what's with the red and the turquoise? I'm not really sure. And then, ooh, you get some of these archiving stickers for 2024 through 2025. Then in the back, it does say Moleskine down here. Very nice. I'm so excited. So for those of you who are like, Sylvia, what are you going to do with this planner? I'm not sure, but if you pick up one of these and you find an inexpensive one, I think right now on Amazon, these are still like $24 to $26. So this was a great find for me, and that might be just for the year of 2025. Like I mentioned, this does give you 6 months before the new year, but I really like having all of these for note pages. So, I definitely would divide this in half, and if I kept this for, like, I don't know, a content planner, whether that means, you're listening to podcasts and you're taking some notes on that, or you're watching like a TV series. Like, one that comes to mind is Supernatural. I've only watched that, I think, once all the way through because there's like 15 seasons. But if you wanted to take some notes on some of your favorite episodes, this would be fun and easy to use. Very simplistic. It's the exact same layout as a Hobonichi Weeks and about the same color. I mean, on camera, I can't tell. They might look exactly the same. This is a little bit more bold, but look at the difference in the size as well. This is hard to tell because there's a cover on it, but if you want something that's a little bit bigger, this is a mega, so that's kind of not fair. It might be slightly slimmer. Again, if you only get the year, it's not going to be as thick, but I've never had a problem fitting this into any of the purses I've ever owned or into a bag. I also have fit this in with my, what is it called? My laptop sleeve, which is technically not a bag, and it fits in there just fine. Also, this is okay for a reading journal. I know a lot of people like to use the Hobonichi for that. There's just not enough pages in the back to refer to if I want to write more than just a page. So for instance, if you are a very quick reader and you're able to get a book done in a week, you're going to have more notes than probably would fit on this page. If you take a month, like you're in a book club and you read a little bit at a time, then this might be okay. Once again, I do have all of these beginning pages in the front, so I might be able to pull this off as a book journal for 2025, but I'm just not sure that that will work for me. I tried out the, I don't have it near me, the Traveler's Company Weekly that has the same layout, except Sunday gets its own, row here. And that just didn't work out. Some weeks it was fine, and then others I needed more space. And yeah, so I think I'm going to do something different with this. It works really well if you are a writer. I've never, obviously if you're thinking things out on the page, this is not going to be enough space, but if you just want to write down what you've worked on for your writing for the week, I find that this is enough. And I believe that's what I used it for in 2022. I'm gonna have to go back and see how I felt about that, but I think that I had fond memories of this planner. The other thing that's really great about this planner is if you're just trying to figure out your habits, you can divide this in half. Let's just say you want to create an Instagram and you plan out that on Mondays you are going to post, and you plan out what you're going to be posting over here and maybe a couple of other things that you're doing throughout the week. Do that on the left, and then on the right, write down what actually does happen. So you're pre-planning over here, and on the right, you're recording what actually happens. Sometimes you'll find that you're always posting on a Thursday. And so that's helpful to me to say, Sylvia, stop torturing yourself and stop trying to make yourself do things on this Monday when it naturally happens on a Thursday. And then maybe if you want to post on Mondays because, I don't know, the algorithm or whatever is telling you that you're getting more people watch on a Monday, then maybe it's for you to start planning and working on the posts on Thursdays, but you're actually releasing them on a Monday, if that makes sense. But something like that would work really easily. But I love this little planner, you guys, and I just love Moleskine. I know that it's not everyone's favorite, especially if you're like a fountain pen user. I find that some people will complain about it and others won't. So maybe it depends on how fine your nib is. If you're doing a bolder one, maybe it's releasing too much ink for the page. I'm not sure, but I am super excited about this. I hope that you guys take some time, and when you're at your local TJ Maxx, Ross's, Marshall's, you look in the stationery section and see if you can find one of these. And as soon as I know, you will probably know what I'm going to be using this for in 2025. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.